Oh, I'm here.
Awesome.
Sorry.
No problem. Am I training a group of you guys today?
There's two of us.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time to come talk to me today. Obviously, there's so much more of the system that you could be utilizing. So you guys got this from another owner? Is that how you got this account?
Yeah, like 2 years ago. And as I was telling you before, we basically use
Just use it to look up stuff.
we just use it to look up stuff. I'm so embarrassed to even say that now, but
well, just so you guys know, you can go to this quick product lookup, and then that is a great way to just look up stuff.
That's what we do all the time.
So we do have that in here, but there's so much more that you can get out of EasyOrder, and even so, all the other customers that are in here, these are potentially customers that you can get back. I know they've been in here some for a long time, but you can definitely farm these leads and try to get some of them back. And I can show you how to do that, but I want to show you the basics first, and then at the end I'll kind of show you how you can export these customers as contacts and then set them up with your newsletter program like Constant Contact. I'm not sure if you have one of those or not, but MailChimp is a good free one that I use. It's free. And then we have demo videos, cartridgeworlddemo.com. That demo video is Cartridge World branded.
With Cartridge World.
Oh, that's really loud. It's Cartridge World branded, and it just kind of shows the customer what you have with EasyOrder. And so we created this super professional demo video that really just kind of shows what EasyOrder does for your customers, and we get them interested in it and that sort of thing. But first, we're just going to go through how to set somebody up. You can take existing customers that order from you now. The reason you want to get people to use EasyOrder is because it saves you from doing a lot of busy work that you already do. Everybody, whenever a customer has to order, they have to call you or email you. They have to get a list of stuff together. They have to put model numbers they're not familiar with, and they have to get that all to you. And so you taking the time to pick up the phone and write down what they want or get an email and try to parse that out, things can get lost, human error can happen, and it just is so much easier to have everything in one system where customers are ordering. EasyOrder is open and ready and taking orders any time of the day. So when your doors close and your phones don't ring anymore, this can still take their order. And a lot of times, Inca Toner runs out at night or in some time when you're not open. So it's really handy to have EasyOrder open, taking orders for you all the time. EasyOrder becomes like your best assistant. We call it sometimes even your best employee because it's never sick, never has downtime, it always is working for you. So the more people you get using this, the less work you'll have to do to just do business as normal. It'll kind of help you doing that. And you're already paying for it anyway, so might as well get the most out of it. So what I would do to start is I would just take one of your best customers that orders from you all the time, that you know is always going to order from you, and just set them up. And so you get a list of their printers, and we have in our download section here a PDF, this printer inventory worksheet. And you can download this, and it's just an editable PDF that you can save, and they don't have to type, they don't have to fill it out and send it back to you or scan it or anything. They just type in here what their name is and what kind of printer they have, what make and model, and what department it's in. And then based off the information they give you on this worksheet, you can fill out everything you need to in EasyOrder. So we give you a nice worksheet to get that stuff from them. But you want to get printers from them because you may used to be getting just cartridges from them, but more things go with their printer than just a single cartridge, and I'll show you that in a sec. So once you get to customers, and you guys have a lot of customers, there's more than 5 pages of customers on there. So there's a lot of customers you guys could farm out of this. There's still at 50 customers each, there's more than 5 pages. So there's just tons of customers around here that you guys can reach out to and see if you can, get to do business with you again.
So I see one there that is one that hasn't ordered from us in quite some time, although they were a really good customer at one point, and we don't know why they're not ordering from us now. And so maybe we can use them as an example. It's number 15, Alpha Laval. You see that one?
Yeah, sure. So what you can do is look at their account, and you can look at their order form. They have one order form, and it doesn't look like they have.
You just get the right size and put it in there.
Okay, yeah. So they have items in here. they haven't ordered through EasyOrder, and so it just may be a good way to say, hey, look, to some of these customers, actually to all the customers, you can say, hey, look, you have an order form with us. We're just checking on you. Wanted to see if we can either show you how to use the order form or get you a new quote or whatever it is, and try to get them engaged in ordering with you.
Can I ask you dumb questions?
No, there's no dumb questions. Go ahead.
Okay, so go back to that sheet you were just at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now, if this is a dumb question, I want you to know this was not my question. This was Jesse's question.
No worries.
Sorry, Jesse.
Threw him under the bus.
How's it feel under the bus there? No, I'm just kidding. It's my question. So where did all those prices come from? Both the retail and your price?
I'll show you that when we get into there, because a lot of these are strange. Like that's the retail. Like how is that the your price?
Yeah.
But it may be OEM. I didn't look at it and see. No.
Well, that's what it should be. I mean,
Right.
the retail should be the equivalent of OEM.
Well, the retail usually comes from us. So we actually, for the lack of a better terminology, we built something called a scraper that goes out to Staples' website and scrapes the retail prices off of it every week. And so we're keeping up with these retail prices for you. So unless they've gone in here and changed the retail price at some point, then it becomes yours. Once you change it, it's yours. But if you don't change any of the retail prices, they fluctuate with the market. So if it goes up,
if somebody has changed it, can we reset it to sync with whatever you say?
Yes, we can. We can basically. There's a way I can export your pricing, the items that are priced, and then I can reset it back to normal OEM retail pricing. So absolutely.
Hallelujah, brother.
And then your prices are just set by you per customer per order form. So because these
can we do a like an across the board percentage kind of thing, or
you can. I mean, if you know, you can export your price list from Excel into Excel, and then we have the retail price, and there's like a formula you can do where this column is this much percent off this column. And then you can just kind of go down and make that formula populate the 30% off retail or whatever you want to do. We don't have it in our system that'll automatically do that for you. You have to kind of do it with Excel. But if you wanted to take a percentage off our retail price and then make that your price, you could absolutely do that with Excel. It's more advanced, but I could show you how to do it for sure. Okay. So getting back to, I mean, we definitely can get this like where it's kind of clean and ready for you guys and everything else. As far as pricing goes, no problem. I just kind of want to get through the basics just so that I can show you, how to get people on it and really start using it and the quoting system, and then we'll get into like more advanced stuff a little bit later. Okay, so first things first, if you're going to set up a customer, and I recommend, again, setting up a customer who orders from you all the time, who will try this out and see if they like it, and just set them up with whatever they have. So it starts by asking you the customer name. So I'm going to call this Capital CPAs. So it's a CPA firm called Capital CPA. All the stuff here, don't worry about. The only thing you want to make note of is that you can lock pricing. And I noticed that some of the customers had the little lock by it. And that means that the pricing has been locked for this particular customer. And what that allows you to do is bid for business. And then if you said, I will not go over this price with you, customer, you could lock their order form so that when you do price updates, it doesn't affect them at all. So it's really kind of for special pricing. So if you ever get anybody special pricing, you can lock their order form there. That's all you have to worry about this part. So it's company name. If you want to lock it, you can. And then there's their basics, just accounting. We're in Austin, Texas, if you're wondering where we were.
I was gonna ask you, is that where you are?
That's where we are, Austin, Texas. And then so you put that's kind of the address for the corporate. So if it has more than one location, this could be like their corporate address. And then I'm just going to click save, and that's going to take us to where we're adding a location for Capital CPA. So we started by creating the company Capital CPA, and since your customers could have one location or they could have 5,000 locations.
Yeah, some of them do have more than one.
Yeah, absolutely. I've worked with a bunch of cartridge worlds that have 400, 500 different locations for a franchise, and we can handle that all with EasyOrder. So if you just have one customer, you just can leave it that Capital CPA, and that will indicate to the system that's one location, that's all they have. But if you are setting up a multiple location, this would be the Austin location. You could have store number 456, and that could be how they designate the different locations for their company. I'm just going to put Austin here to do the Austin location. You do have to give them a login. We provide the password. Normally I do something like similar to the business name, CPA there, and you can even put like some numbers behind it or whatever.
We determine that?
Yeah, you determine that. It doesn't really matter what it is. It just has to be unique. So, you know, you can put it in there and the system will let you know if it's available as a username.
Okay.
But I just usually do something very similar to what their business name is. So if it's capital CPA, then capital CPA it is. If it's location, you know, you could go capital CPA Austin if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter, but the username and password are here just in case they have to log in. But the way we do it with the desktop icon, most of the times they don't even see their username and password or even know it. They just click on their icon, they're logged in, and they order. So you won't really have to worry too much about the username and password.
But we do create a password.
The password we provide for you, this one here. And if you want to change it to something more simple for your customer, you absolutely can. The password we provide is just super secure, and it can't be, you know, it's really hard to guess. So you can either leave it that way or change it. It doesn't matter, whatever you'd like to do. All you have to provide is the username for the company. And then I'll put my email address in here.
Okay.
I can't type today. And then if you want to put a phone number or whatever in, you can for the customer. And then here's the next feature. Now, EasyOrder is not just an order intake system for you. It's really a marketing tool to keep you in front of your customers. Remember you said just a minute ago, like, they stopped ordering from us and we didn't know why and that sort of thing.
Right.
Well, with EasyOrder, you can actually set an order reminder for a number of days. So I don't know how long it was before you caught that they weren't ordering from you. But if you had EasyOrder working on them as a customer, you could set a 90-day threshold. And when it hit 90 days where they haven't been ordering from you, you'll get an email from the system going, hey, you need to check on this company because they haven't ordered from you in the time frame you specified. You can also have an email automatically be sent to the customer if you choose to turn that feature on, where it says, hey, we miss you. We haven't heard from you in a while. One of our representatives will be calling you this week just to check on you. And it kind of gives you a soft way to call them and check on them because the system is following things up for you. So it's letting the customer know that you'll be checking on them soon. So this is a really important feature of EasyOrder, is to set those for each customer, and then when they miss that threshold, to follow up with them, because then the system's telling you maybe before they've totally moved away from you, maybe you caught it, you know, soon enough. When I started off with a brick and mortar ink and toner business with my father, and that's how we created EasyOrder, and then we sold our business in 2008. But so back when I was doing stuff, I'd go past an invoice and it'd be like 6 months since I heard from the customer. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard from them so long. And then when I do try to call them, they've stopped ordering from me and I missed the opportunity. So it's really handy to use that feature as there. If you have salespeople working with you, you can, like here's an example of one. You could tag the sales rep to the customer's account, and that way you can run reports, commission reports, anything else you're using if you're using salespeople. Tax rate, each customer can have a tax rate. So if it's a government entity or if it's a school, you can set it to 0. Otherwise, it will pull your default tax rate from your general settings into there. If you want to give somebody an extra discount off your already low prices, you could put, you know, a 5% Reman discount, and it'll discount the extra over your already low price discount. So if you want to give somebody extra discount, that's the way to do it. Not a lot of people use these. I actually don't recommend that people discount their products, but that's all up to you.
They're already discounted.
Yeah, they're already discounted. No more extra discount. And speaking of discounting and making sure the customer, you know, gets the value out of their order, a lot of people deliver for free. And so what this does, and most cartridge worlds use 7 and 75 as the kind of free shipping minimum. And so what this does is it'll add a $7 delivery charge if they order under $75 worth of product. And so as they're checking out, if they only order 2 cartridges and it's $40, it'll say, oh, by the way, you get free shipping at $75. Don't you want to add some more to your cart? And so it kind of prompts them to add more so the ticket's worth it so they can get the free delivery and shipping. And if they don't order something, it'll tack on that $7 charge so you'll be able to, you know, ship it or deliver it. And not have to do that for free. And again, it's up to you on whether you want to use that or not, but I'm just letting you know what a lot of people do. We are integrated with all your point of sale systems. So whether it be Malibu Retail Pro and even the new one, Erpley, that's coming out, we're integrated with all 3 of those systems. So you can have orders go directly from EasyOrder into your POS system. Our least robust interface, for the lack of a better word, is Retail Pro. We have a really good
Of
one
course
now.
it is.
Well, they just didn't want to work with us at the time, so we got it
Of course they
there.
don't.
We got it there. We can get the order to your POS system, but it doesn't.
It will create the receipt.
Yeah, it'll create like a SO, a sales order, I believe is what it's called, and then you kind of bring it into.
No, I don't want to have to do that whole extra process of then taking a sales order and converting it into a. Because what about the payment?
Well, the payment, the EasyOrder takes place. Well, there's two things for payment. EasyOrder takes place of them calling you or emailing you or faxing you an order, and after that, you just process the order how you normally would. So if you
so we have EasyOrder tied to an authorized.net account.
Okay, so you have the credit card processing. Okay, cool.
We already have that. Yeah.
That's awesome. So all you have to do is turn that on for each customer.
On.
Yeah. So for example, up here, you would just say, use payment processor, yes.
Yeah.
And they would be prompted at checkout to put in their credit card in order for it to process. So you guys are actually paying $9.99 a month for the credit card processing feature.
We actually are.
Yeah. So you need to be using, obviously, if it's to make it worth your while, or I need to turn it off.
I don't want to sync with Retail Pro. We're going to be going to Erpley. Probably this summer, and then I'm gonna want to sync with Erpley. But for right now, that Retail Pro is a big royal mess PIA in the first place, and I don't want to junk it up with anything.
Yeah, no worries, and you don't have to. I'm just saying we don't force the integration. You choose to integrate with it. So if you just want to take orders in your email and from the system, you don't have to be linked up to anything. I'll just let you know that in case it's really easy when the order just comes through to your POS and you don't have to transcribe anything. I'm going to put that as no for now because I'm going to try to go through an order with you in a minute. So we talked about free shipping minimum, all this stuff. All this is kind of how the order form displays. You want to show all that to the customer. Here's the shipping.
Go ahead and put that $7.75 in there so we can see how that prompts. If we.
Oh, sure. Delivery shipping $7.75. And so you can copy the shipping down to billing if it's just one location. If you're billing corporate, you can say use the corporate billing information, and obviously you can say yes. You have it defaulted to yes for everybody who is new to come on pay by credit card. I'm going to put no so I can get through the order, but just for that. So that seemed like a lot because I just went through every field, but it really doesn't take long to set somebody up. And then once you get here, it's really easy because we have our database that has everything from Brother to Xerox, and it's all in there. I've been personally built the database, and I've worked on it for 14 years, and we add to it every day. As new stuff comes out, people let us know. We go and add it. If you ever find something in the database that you're looking for and you can't find it, you can always start a support ticket right here. Click the help, and then you can also say, request to add product, and then if something's in there that's kind of strange that your customer has that we don't have in the database, then we'll add it to the system for you.
Okay.
So I'm going to click on add, and basically that's going to pull up our database, and then you have 3 product categories: Reman, OEM, and other, which could be compatible or anything else. Most people just use like Reman and OEM. Actually, you can change these to say like Cartridge World Laser and OEM Laser, whatever you want to call these, you can change them in the back end. So if you ever don't like those term Reman, which some people don't, you can change it.
We don't care.
CW Laser or whatever. And then manufacturers, we try not to junk it up with like every manufacturer in the world. I've seen a lot of databases that have like every product that's ever been made, and we just try to keep it to what people are ordering, today. And so
we're simple.
Yeah, I click on add. That's our whole model. Keep it simple, right? HP, and then but you can go by printer or by cartridge. The reason you want to go by printer is I could add 8 items as a cartridge, so 4 cartridges and 4 drums, and then whatever else you sell. So it's really a lot easier if you grab the customer's printer, because then you can just kind of type in what you're looking for, and less is more. Simple, right? So don't type in color laser jet or anything like that. Start with the model number. So if you're looking for like a color laser jet 2600, you just select that. All the cartridges and parts come up for it. So we have the black, there's the dual pack black, cyan, yellow, magenta, fuser, transfer roller, and these are the Xerox branded compatibles for HP that you could also sell the customer. So I'm going to just choose the basic cartridges, the one we want to put on there. And I'll click save. And this is where the pricing comes in. So this is where I can show you what's been priced in your system or not based off these items. So these are the items. This is the retail price, and I don't know. I can't tell based off this is this is one of our retail prices or not. They end in 99, so it may be. I'll have to check on what all has been done. But somebody has.
What do you mean if it? What do you mean if it's one of your retail prices?
Well, I can't tell if this is the price that that we would normally have if I pulled up this cartridge, or if this is a really old retail price because they changed it. I'll have to go and look at that. These seem a little low to me for these cartridges, so I'll have to check on that. But normally they would be pulling our prices if you haven't touched the product ever, and you would see our price in there. I can wipe that back out, so you will see all our prices, so don't even worry about that. Just know that this is what our price will be. If you see this G in your system, especially because you've had people in your system before pricing things, the G means that somebody has globalized that price before. So when you see that G, that means somebody at your organization at one time had priced this cartridge at $72.99 as your default price. They've even taken the time to put their cost and a SKU number in it that they go by. I don't know if you guys still use these same SKU numbers or not, but they took the time to do that. So somebody really used EasyOrder that used it before, because I don't see a lot of people doing the cost and everything else. So anyway, so when you see this G, you know that has been priced by somebody before. And if you want to change that, all you have to do is check that global box again and then change this price to, you know, $74.99 or whatever you charge for it. And then when you save it, it will update this price permanently across the system, and anybody who has that cartridge on their order form, it will overwrite that price on their order form and change it for everybody. So you are literally globalizing that and making that the price it is from now on when you check that box. If you want to, go ahead.
I guess what I'm kind of struggling with here is I don't want to have to change these prices.
Right.
I want to know that if, you know, if the OEM is at X price, that my price is going to be X minus 25%.
Sure, and there's a way you can do that. You will have to update your pricing as frequently as you want to, quarterly or whatever it would be. There's not anything in our system that will allow you to just take the retail price and then do a percentage off and put that it being your price. We do have that feature available from people coming from online, doing their own quotes and setting up their own order forms. You can do a pricing by percentage for that, but you can't do it just straight up through the system for the price. And I'll help you do that. Like if you want to get that done to where all your prices are 25% off, we can help you do that. So don't worry about that. It can be done. And it's just more advanced. And so I don't want to try to explain it right now. I just want to help you do it when you want to do that.
But then if the retail price changes, I just have to know that the retail price changed and I got to go in and change my prices?
Well, I would just do it every quarter, every month if you wanted to. Basically,
every single cartridge? You got to go in and find out if that cartridge has changed prices?
No. I would just.
I'm not understanding.
Sure. So I'll explain it since that's one of the things you want to know about. So under manage custom products. Sorry, manage your products and pricing. These are all the products that have been priced in your system before. And so all these items have been, you know, touched before. So basically all you have to do is export that list, and you can export Reman laser or ink. I'll just click export. And it's a decent sized file, so give me one sec.
Okay.
I'm opening that up. Okay, so these are all the items in the system. So this is everything in our system. This is the retail price in this field. This is your price, the Reman price, and you can basically take a look and anywhere where the retail price exists, somebody has changed that before that had your account. So you can say that these items have been priced by you guys at one point. And if you ever wanted to change that, you can come in here and basically you can say there's a formula you can do in Excel that says take this column and do 25% off and put it in this column. And then I can do that for your whole account and then publish those prices to your account, and it will just basically make that happen where your price is just 25% off of the OEM price that we have in there. So
Okay.
I can help you do that. And then once we do that, you can just reapply that same formula to a spreadsheet and update your pricing as much as you want. So if you want to do it weekly, if you want to do it monthly, if you want to do it quarterly, it's all just about downloading this again, applying the thing that says take 25% off this column and put it in this column, and then you re-upload that price sheet again. And then you're basically changing your prices every time you do an upload. And all you're doing is applying a formula, saving a spreadsheet, and uploading it again. It's not like you have to go in and physically touch each product. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
And you really only probably need to do it once, you know, and then after that, you can adjust your pricing as much as you'd like. You know, I would say on a quarterly basis, I would do it if you really wanted to stay up with the pricing. You could just export this spreadsheet. You could even contact us once a quarter and say, hey, could you help me, you know, reprice my items again? Whatever you'd like to, we can help you do that. Just know it can be done.
Okay.
It's not this. It's an advanced feature, you know, and I more than anything, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about all the system pricing. I would just worry about getting people on, and as you're getting them on, you set your prices then when you're setting up their order form, and then that's going to be the right price for them anyway. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Because as you're setting up a new customer, like we were just doing, oops, manage customers, and then I forgot what I set up. Capital CPA. There we go. So as you're setting up these order forms, you know, for new people, because obviously it doesn't matter to the people who aren't ordering from the system. You have a ton of people in here who aren't ordering from you, and you may just want to export your list of contacts from this and, you know, start over with the account. And just as you contact people, set up their order form again. It's totally up to you. I didn't need to view the order form. So anyway, I'm going to go back to just editing the order form and finish what I was starting there. So I'm going to click on new, and I'll just set up that item again. HP printers 2600. So what I was talking about with just to worry about the people you're setting up as you go is it doesn't really matter if your pricing is all correct in the system if nobody's, you know, using it right now. So all the customers are in here, nobody's ordering from it. So it really doesn't matter that all your system pricing is not set.
There are one or two who are ordering.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just looked at your year-to-date order history and I didn't see any orders today. So, but anyway,
it should be.
So once you're going through here, let's say there's a new customer you're set up. All you're really concerned about is whether this price for this customer is 25% off what you're trying to do. And then, like I said, I would knock all these prices back to where they're the current retail prices, and so you won't have to worry about these. And then actually, as you get set up with this, you just have to make sure your globalized price is now the 25% off of the retail price. And once you set this customer up and you're good to go, that's going to be their price. So as they order, you're not going to have to worry about their price being wrong or anything. So I'm going to call this color copier and put that in the sales department. You can really customize it for the customer. You could put, you know, Cat's printer if this was my printer in the system, and you just click save. And so that saves the item to the order form. And so we have the one item here ready to go. I'm going to add one more item to the order form just to have a decent looking form. HP printers, do an inkjet this time. We'll do the office jet 8600, and we'll do the normal cartridges here.
Like in the future? It shouldn't, no. I mean, it just,
and right here, I'll do color copier. Keep that in the main department. So, okay, now we have a couple items on the order form. See, these are globalized too. So somebody really did take a lot of time to go through the system and price these products for the old account. So now we have an order form here. You can edit the items if you want to edit any of these items and change any prices or anything. You can delete the item if you made a mistake. Do you guys do the Why Buy a Printer program?
We do. We use PrintFleet.
Okay. Well, if you ever have to do the lease end date, we have an order reminder for you. So if you have an item on here that is in the Why Buy a Printer program that you need a lease tracker on, you can click this lease button, set the lease end date, and then EasyOrder will remind you before the lease is up. Just a little feature that we have. Also, if you'd like us to, we can change this header up here to advertise the Why Buy a Printer program. We do have a feature that is a graphic header that just talks about, you know, why buy a printer when you just buy the cartridges. So if you'd like to change to that, let me know. And so we're going to view the order form like a customer. Really, what you do as a customer is if you're ready to send this, You've built this out for the customer. You're ready to go. All you do is click mail up here, and that's going to send them a welcome email to your customer. And then this is what it looks like. So it says, greetings, Kat, with capital CPA. Welcome to EasyOrder. And you notice the biggest thing is right here. Click here to download your personal desktop icon. And then we have a video just for you as an admin, so you know when you're talking to the customer what's in here. Just say, all you have to tell the customer is, hey, click on that video that says how to easily order from us and watch that. And then from this video, it takes them right from this email, shows them how to click on this link, download their icon, and place an order, all in the same video. So basically all you have to do once you send them the welcome email is say, hey, click on that link that says how to easily order from us. Watch that video and just follow the instructions and you'll be able to order from us. So we make it really easy for you to explain to your customer what to do. And then the other thing, just as an admin, just so you know, if a customer's ever having trouble or maybe they're a government agency where they can't download anything and they just can't log in through the desktop icon, they can always 100% log in here. So they click on this link, they put in their username, put in their password, they'll be able to log in like a traditional standard website. So we give that all to them in the welcome email. But what we really want them to do is click on this link, how to easily order from us, watch the video, and then basically click on this download desktop icon button. So what this is going to do is take them right to their download icon page. If you notice, we're logged in as capital CPA Austin, so we're logged in already. But there's two icons to download, and this is the most simple one. There's no software to install. It's just like a bookmark. So if a customer ever says, hey, is this going to harm my computer? Is this anything weird? Is this a virus? Just tell them no. It's just let me minimize this. It's just a bookmark, and this is what it looks like. It says CW Sarasota. And all they have to do now that they have this icon is when they need to order cartridges, they just click on it and click open, and it opens up a web browser. It logs them in with their username and password, and here we are staring at our order form that we created. So
is that what the icon looks like? It just looks like.
Well, I downloaded the logo, the bookmark icon, just to show you how quick and easy that was. But we also have a branded icon. So this one will actually put your logo, the Cartridge World logo, on the desktop. And this is a little more involved, but I don't really care, honestly, which icon my customer has, as long as they have one and they use it. But this one's going to put the Cartridge World branded icon on your desktop. So here it is right there. And all you have to do is it literally installs. This will always pop up, and we explain it to the customer. You say run anyway. And then it installs the desktop icon for you, and it looks just like the Cartridge World icon. Where'd my screen go? There it is. And then just say install and close, and here's and it logs you in automatically. But here's the Cartridge World icon. So this is probably the one that, as a Cartridge World you want them to install. But really, as long as they have this icon on the desktop, they're linked to you in a way that no other customer's ever been linked to you before, because they don't have to remember your phone number. They don't have to keep your business card around. They don't have to do anything. Lots of times, even when the person ordering cartridges turns over and they're not working there anymore and a new person comes to take their job, if they have these icons on their desktop, somebody will probably just say, well, they ordered cartridges off that icon. Just find the icon and order. And we've saved a lot of business that way by having these physically on someone's desktop on their computer. But this one works the same way. You just click on it, and it just instantly logs you into their order form. So, showing you from a customer's perspective how quick that is. When somebody says, hey, I need to order cartridges, Kat's one needs a black and a blue one, because that's how they talk, right? And they just click on the icon, and it opens up their order form. That didn't have to log in, didn't have to open anything up. And then basically they find Kat's printer right here, and they just go, okay, there's a black icon, and there's a color icon over here. I don't have to remember these weird model numbers I'm not familiar with. And then they just review their order, and everything looks good. You're going to save $24 on your order today, and you just submit the order. And so this will come through to you as an order. So I apologize. I'm used to doing this in a demo account or an account that doesn't have any activity in it. So disregard that order.
That's all right. I already got the notification previously when
I did the thing. Okay. But anyway, so that's how easy it is. In 3 clicks, in about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, the customer can get on, place their order, and move on. And in this world of Amazon, where everything has to be right now, and it has to be super easy. I mean, it's getting worse and worse the more it goes on. Customers really value this, and this is a really big value add that you can give your customer. We actually call this a VIP service that we offer to our customers for free, because it really makes something that stands you out from your competition. Nobody's this easy to order with. There's no website out there that's easier than that. There's no system out there. There's no big box website that's easier than that. You still have to log in. You still have to do all that. So this really is a value add for your company, that you can provide this quick, easy ordering to your customers, that they don't have to do anything. They didn't have to set up the order form. They didn't have to fill out a form. They didn't have to do anything. You did it all for them. And so that's why it's a premium service that you offer to your customers. And that's the way we like to talk about it when we talk about your customers, is this is something that you offer that nobody else offers. So did that make sense? Like how to create the order form, how to, you know, get them to the welcome email, and how they can download the icon and order? Does that all make sense?
Jesse?
I mean, I had to get up a couple times, but yeah, enough.
And I've recorded this session too, by the way, so at the end of this.
Oh, thank you. That was going to be my next question.
And you can review this as much as you'd like. So
Excellent. Thank you.
So I'm going to log out. And I'm going to go back to your account here. And so that was the part about, you know, setting up existing customers and getting those existing customers that you already have, they're ordering from you, getting them off the phones, getting them onto EasyOrder, and letting the system kind of take care of them rather than, you know, your employees and your staff taking care of them. This will bear the heavy load of orders and all that kind of stuff. So the more people you get on this, the better it is for you, the better it is for your employees. You can log into the system from anywhere in the world with a computer or a phone. We're mobile optimized, so you can literally be on your cell phone, and the whole system shrinks down to the size of your device. And so you can really manage it from anywhere. And then for the customer too, on their side, we're mobile friendly now. So if a customer hits the welcome email with their cell phone, it'll say, do you have Apple or Android? And you can download an icon to your home screen of your phone, and then you can order with one click from your mobile as well. So we have that available as well. So now the next part, how to get new business and how to go respond to a quote with our system, and then the most effective way to follow up with that. The most effective way is just click into the manage quotes, and really EasyOrder, once you get it down, it's really just rinse and repeat for a lot of the same kind of function. So creating an order form, very easy. If you're going to do it with multiple customers, just be creating different order forms in the same way. It's really easy to do. Same thing with quotes, except for quotes, when you click new, you need a lot less information to start a quote than you do with an order form. Just because a customer may not give you a lot of information when you're out marketing or networking, they may give you a business card with a printer written down on it, and that's all you get. So basically, you just come in here and you type in the customer's company name and then their contact name, and then I say you need an email because it's very important for the system to have their email address. And then once you do that, you just click add item. That's just like adding an item to the order form. Again, a lot of rinse and repeat with EasyOrder. It's the same process just over and over again. And add up, you know, select your cartridges there that you want to add to the quote, click save. Everything's good to here. You can check your pricing. I'm just going to go and save. And so here's the quote with an item on it down here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to preview this quote. And this is the advanced quote template. So you saw how quickly I created that quote. One of the biggest pains that I ever had when I ran my business was coming back from a long day of networking and then getting the quotes done. Because the faster you get a quote done, if you can get it done within, if you can respond to a quote request within 24 hours, you're 50 times more likely to get that business than you would if you waited a few days. So the quicker you can respond to the quote, the better. And so you saw how quickly I was able to create this quote. So you can just come in, you know, put the customer's bit of information in. Here's the quote right now, and then you can just send that to the customer. I previewed it, so you can't send it right from the screen, but you just send it right to the customer. It looks just like this, super professional. The other thing is, from this quote, it's a lot different than anything else, because normally when you have a quote, you would call your customer up and say, hey, customer, let me go over the quote with you. Here's your color LaserJet 2600. You got the black, cyan, yellow, magenta. Here's your retail price. Here's our price. You're going to save this much per cartridge. And when you're done with the quote, usually the only thing you can do is say, okay, well, thanks for the quote. You know, opportunity to quote your business. I guess call me when you need something. And then you expect the customer to keep your contact information, to call you back when they need to order. And that's putting a lot of faith in the customer. We try to keep everything away from the customer, so all they need to do is order from you. And so this quote's a lot different. So when you're done with your quote, normally you would say, okay, call me if you need something, and that'd be it, and you'd walk out of the office. But with EasyOrder, we encourage you to say, okay, customer, and instead of saying, do you need anything today, which is, I feel, is a little used car salesman-y. When people say, do you need something today? You know, like, it's kind of pushy. Or just call me when you need something. That's a little wish-washy. What we tell people to end their quote is say, okay, let me show you how to order from us. You're not asking them to commit to anything. You're not asking them to do anything. Just say, when you're ready to order, let me show you how easy it is to order from us. And just tell them to click this button, Show Order Form, at the bottom of the quote page. And what that does when you click Show Order Form is it opens up basically a web browser and logs them into their quote, which has been converted into an order form, and they're looking at their quote that you just showed them, which is in a PDF, and now they're looking at it on their computer, and they can actually place an order directly from the quote. You just show them, you just say, hey, when you click on that Show Order Form button, you're now looking at your order form with us. You have an order form with us now. You just got a welcome email. If you ever need to order anything, you just go to this page and click your quantities, click Review Order, and then if that's all good, you can send the order through. And so you've gotten your customer now from, oh, here's a quote, and I might call you back, to you're pushing them a little further down the sales process. They've now got an order form with you. They're now part of that 30-day, 60-day, order frequency reminder if they don't order. And it looks really professional too when you explain this to a customer. They're like, wow, that's pretty cool. Now I have an order form. What's going on? And they feel like they're more ready to do business with you because you're being very professional about how you go about the quote process. And so with our quote system, it puts you in a so much better position as a sales rep to actually, close that deal, because now you've presented the customer with, you're showing them how easy it is to order from you. They have a welcome email. You can tell them how to download the desktop icon. And when they have that icon on their desktop, I mean, they're just almost a customer at that point. I mean, they have this sitting on there when they need to order from you. They have your quote, their order form sitting here. They don't have to remember your phone number. They don't have to keep your business card around. They don't even have to keep the quote around. They just get the icon on their desktop and they're ready to go. So those two things are the most important parts of EasyOrder. Really, it's about getting these icons onto the customer's desktop, however you do, whether it's this icon because they don't want to install any software, whether they'll let you install the cartridge world icon on their desktop, whatever it is, just get these icons on their desktop. And then the customer's connected to you, and they'll, more than likely order from the icon the next time they need to order ink and toner. Any questions on the quote process?
Nope.
No.
So what I'll do from here is I will get with my developers and see if there's a way where I cannot wipe out, well, I know I can wipe out your retail pricing to go back up to the current retail pricing. And then I'll try to get them to just take whatever's in there price-wise and just do 25% off. Is that ink and toner you want to do that with, or just ink or toner? Some people do like 25% on ink and 30% on toner. It just depends on what you want to do.
We actually do the opposite. We do 25% off toner and
30% off ink. Okay, well, I'm going to write that down real quick, and I'll get my guys.
There are a couple of exceptions to that.
And you can always go and fine-tune.
Okay.
I'm just trying to.
So if I have, let's say I have one set of toners where my margin is so small that I can't even do 25% off.
Sure.
I can go in there and manually change it for just those, right?
Yeah, you can look it up in the system and then change that. So like if you wanted to go do a specific set of cartridges and to make sure that was good, you just go to manage your product pricing. You can search it here, or, to come up with it. Or if you see it, you can just basically click on it. And then whatever is in here for the price, you can just change it to your price, hit save, and now that's going to be the price every time that cartridge comes up. It's going to be your price. And if you wanted to update any existing order form with that price, when you click save, you just click it to yes, and it would update. Anybody that's not locked would get that new price. Also, just so you know, whenever you're in here and you're clicking on something, you can click on this forms button, and it will tell you which order forms have that in there. So if you're worried about changing the price or whose customers it on, you can see which customers have the order form and how many times they've ordered it. That's just a little handy feature that we put in there so you can see who's using your products and things like that.
Cool.
But I'll help you with this. What I really wanted you to do today is just kind of see the value that you can have by getting your customers to use this. It's really going to save you time and help keep everything organized. Order intake error, when somebody orders the wrong cartridge and they gave it to you wrong, but they tell you they ordered the yellow when it was really the cyan, and you have to make it right. Well, EasyOrder gives you like a paper trail, a history of all that. So even if you do have to make it right, you can still go, haha, you're wrong. look at your order. But no, really, it's all about responding to the quote with a really professional quote. I don't know, how do you guys do quotes right now?
Well, we don't either. So thank you.
All right. Well,
Okay.
obviously there's a,
On the list.
yeah, there's a need.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a need when people are ready to do business with you. And also, doing quotes. I have a bunch of stuff on our YouTube channel about sales and marketing. So if you guys want to ever do a deep dive on our YouTube channel, we talk about how to sell
Okay.
with social media, using LinkedIn to go after the business you want rather than to take the business that comes to you. We talk about going after car dealerships and CPAs and lawyers and all that kind of stuff, and how you can do that on LinkedIn. You can find people, you can reach out to them, say, hey, I'm in your area. We love to support local. That's what we are. And we'd love to give you a quote on, your printing needs, because we know, printing is probably 20% of your overhead, for a CPA or a car dealership or attorney. And, so can we give you a quote? Can you give us a list of your stuff? And they'll respond because, in LinkedIn, some people I get like 300 emails a day. So email marketing doesn't work, for people. But on LinkedIn, I probably get, 5 to 10 messages on LinkedIn in a month. And I'm very active on LinkedIn. And so for you to be part of 300 emails, if you're emailing people, or be part of 10 in-mails that they get from LinkedIn a month, they're going to read every single one on LinkedIn. So I know that's a different topic, but we have all that on our YouTube channel. And it really helps you, if you're not quoting people, it helps you give a reason to go give people quotes, because you're actually going and actively looking for that new business. And
Okay.
so there's just a lot of stuff. And also, if you ever want to have like a session with it, we kind of, with EasyOrder, you get me. I'm the owner of the company, obviously. And, I can always talk to you about anything. So if you're like, hey, Kat, we're thinking about going after this company. What's the best way? What have you heard that works? Because we have hundreds of cartridge rolls and also hundreds of independent subscribers to EasyOrder. And so we hear everything about what works, what doesn't work. So you can always come to say, hey, I need a new marketing idea. Let me know what's working. And I can always give you that as well.
Okay.
All right. Well, I didn't want to I know it was a little overwhelming. It usually always is at first when you're just kind of seeing the system. But hopefully you guys have a good foundation. And then, like I said, I'll get that video ready. I'll probably won't be able to get it to you till Monday.
Okay.
But I'll get it to you Monday, and then you guys can review it. Obviously, the system's live. You can play with it right now. I would just recommend, I challenge you to set up 5 of your customers in the next week. That are actively ordering, that will try anything out. They're great customers of yours, and just put it in their hands and see what they say. And then I'll show you how to, we probably need to have a follow-up meeting, because you guys have all these customers in your account. I mean, you can export this list of all your customers into a spreadsheet, and then you can use that spreadsheet to go after them. So whether you have a sales rep call them, or, I don't know if you guys do any of the telemarketing stuff, but like you could give this list to John at Lakeside Marketing and say, John, these were all customers who we have in our EasyOrder system that we inherited from somebody else we haven't heard from a while. And he can go through this entire list and just call everybody and introduce you and try to set appointments for you, request for quotes, things like that. So if you haven't used him before, he's a great resource for that. I know he's worked with EasyOrder and a lot of customers well. He actually, if you get John to work with you, he'll actually go into your EasyOrder account as a sales rep for you and create his own quotes and send them out to customers and do all that for you. So you don't even have to be doing that part. So he's a great resource as well, John at Lakeside Marketing.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for your time. Just let me know if you need anything. I can't stress enough that we're here for you for whatever you need. So don't be afraid to call. I answer the phones Tuesdays and Thursdays, and our great support rep, Deb, answers them all the other times. And then again, if you ever need help, you can always just click help and send a support ticket 24 hours for general support. That goes into our support ticket system, and we'll take care of you through that.
Perfect. I feel a whole lot better already, Kat. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for your time. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.